So what is a millennium all about? What is a millennial reign all about? Do I believe that the millennial reign started when Jesus was resurrected? No. And let's go to the Bible and find out why. So Revelation 20 tells us that when the millennium starts, there's an angel that comes down from heaven, says having a key to a bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand. He lays hold of Satan and binds him 1,000 years. What do these symbols mean? The bottomless pit, the great chain? We're going to find out. The Bible goes on to tell us in this chapter that the righteous will live and reign with Christ for 1,000 years. Verse 6 tells us that this starts at the first resurrection. And verse 5 tells us that the wicked dead are dead during the millennium. Revelation 21 tells us that at the end of the 1,000 years, God will recreate the earth. And in between the millennium ending and the recreation of the earth, Revelation 20 tells us the wicked will be punished, consumed with fire, never to exist again. Paul also talks about how the second coming and the resurrection of the righteous, that is what kickstarts the millennial reign. The final plague of Revelation 16 also talks about the same thing, how the second coming really is the seventh plague. End of the text we've discovered so far, the resurrection of the righteous and the second coming, is what marks the beginning of the millennial reign. Now, what's going on during the millennial reign on earth? Because a lot of people believe the millennial reign happens on earth. But what does the Bible say? Well, Jeremiah chapter 4 tells us that the earth will be returned in some state back to what Genesis 1 called the earth before God made it the earth. It was without form and void. The mountains are trembling, the hills are moving. In other words, there's all kinds of earthquakes and other natural disasters during the 1,000 years. Verse 27 says that the whole land shall be desolate. The only thing living on the earth so far that we've discovered is Satan and his angels, and perhaps some animals. All humanity, all wicked humanity, is dead, and the righteous aren't even on earth during the millennium. Isaiah gives us the same picture that the whole earth will be completely devoid of human life. And Isaiah 2 tells us that God will rise to shake terribly the earth around the time of the second coming. So what happens to the wicked? Well, 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, Paul tells us that they are destroyed at the second coming. They don't have a second chance. They are destroyed. Revelation 20 also tells us that they are not alive during the millennium. Jeremiah 25 tells us there is no one alive on earth, not humans. So here's the chain of events that happens at the beginning of the millennium. Pause to read because we're almost out of time. Here's the chain of events that happens during the millennium. And here's the events that happens at the close of the millennium and after. I highly recommend this study by Amazing Facts. Go to the website, look for this one. Or you can search this on Google. It should take you right to it. And that's the millennium in 3 minutes.